What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning into this video. I've got a fun video for you today. It's going to be on this 2023 Nissan Pathfinder, Rock Creek. It's going to be my usual tour, so let's go and get started. So the Rock Creek is the burly, muscular off-road edition of the Pathfinder. So you've got these really chunky Toyo open country tires on it. Some nice Rock Creek badging. As you can see, this one's black. The Rock Creek is available in a bunch of fun colors, including a wonderful dark green color. This one's got the optional roof rack. And it looks good in every color it's offered in. It looks so much better than the previous Pathfinder. This one also has the towing package. I believe it can tow up to 6,000 pounds. It's a good looking SUV. Very rugged. I like it. And I also like the base Pathfinder as well. Moving inside now. And now we see the biggest difference between this and the old Pathfinder. This one has an attractive interior. The interior of the old Pathfinder was garbage. This one has the analog gauges, but you can get a full gauge cluster screen, and it is a good screen. The dashboard is all nice and soft touch. Got some nice stitching here. This is the base screen. The optional screen is this, but just larger. And it's very easy to use. I have gotten familiar with it in other models, Rogues and stuff. Got your corporate Nissan climate control. It's really easy to use. The only thing I don't like about it is to change the zones. It's just this button here. I would rather all the zones be their own separate buttons, or they just be dials. It's got a push button ignition. They all have push button ignition, even the most basic ones. Your stock with your variable dimmer wipers, automatic headlights, fog lights right here. Pretty standard stuff. Got this pretty attractive 3-spoke steering wheel with your navigation of your little screen and the gauge cluster, which tells you various information. And then your cruise control and hands-free phone on the right. Got your corporate Nissan shifter, auto stop start, electronic parking brake, auto hold, and your four-wheel drive selector, which shows up in the gauge cluster here. Then you got cup holders, then an armrest that says Rock Creek on it, and a large-ish storage well. Dome lights, SOS. I'm not sure what this is for. I don't even know if this is a switch on spec'd out ones. Also got a sunglasses holder. And then a glove box, which is just a glove box, but it opens nice and slow. All the touch points, the door uppers, the armrest and everything, it's all nice soft touch. Got all your power stuff, your steering assist and your gauge cluster, bright dimming. You have nice stitching going down the center console everywhere. And that stitching is carried onto the doors. It doesn't look like it's on the back doors though, but it is on the rear seats. You do have a rear seat center console with storage and cup holders and vents and illumination, grab handles. It's a very nice place to be. Get a lit mirror. It's so much better than the old Pathfinder. The old Pathfinder is terrible. Let's check out the trunk now. In the trunk here, we have the trunk. The whole thing has a protective covering on it. And this is more, I believe this is the mats for it. You do have cup holders for the third row seat, which is folded down right now. And a little button on the back of the second row to fold down the second row. This vehicle seats 7. 6. I see 6. I can do math. You have a dome light up here. The seat belt for the middle seat coming out of the ceiling. Some cargo hooks. Surprisingly, it doesn't look like there's a power outlet back here, which is interesting. I would have expected that. I could be wrong though, but does not seem to be a power outlet back here. Oh well. Now let's check out the engine. And under here we have the only good thing about the previous Pathfinder. They got rid of all the bad stuff and kept the only good thing, and that is this 3.5 liter V6. It's direct injected, and with premium fuel it makes 290 horsepower and 290 horsepower and 260 foot-pounds of torque. If this is the same engine I'm thinking of, they've been making this engine for a while, and it's definitely proven at this point. And the biggest mechanical update for this generation of the Pathfinder is the fact that they got rid of the CVT. The CVT has been replaced by a 9-speed automatic. So now, let's go and drive the thing, see how that all pans out. So for the last 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years, the Pathfinder has been a dragging anchor on the ship of progress. It's been fat and useless. A zit on the face of Nissan with its unattractive, obese styling and dated interior. With this generation of the Pathfinder, it's almost like they were apologizing for how bad that one was. This one is so much better in every conceivable way. It has a nicer interior, it's got more equipment, it's got the same really good engine, it's got a better transmission, it's much nicer to look at on the exterior. You know, there's a cool off-roady lifestyle trim. Everything about it is just so much better. It's like they wanted to rid themselves of the previous generation Pathfinder. So let's talk about that 9-speed automatic transmission. It feels like a 9-speed automatic transmission. It doesn't seem to hunt too much, which is good. You know, the shift logic seems good. And it's a lot better than the CVT. And I'm not sure how they are reliability-wise yet, but I can only assume that they're going to be better than the CVT. Let's talk about the Rock Creek for a minute. They did do a Rock Creek in the last few years of the previous generation. The Rock Creek, it's a lifestyle off-roady type trim. It's not going to be able to go that far off-road, even with these Toyo open country tires. It doesn't have a proper low-range transfer case. Doesn't have that. I don't think it has that much ground clearance. I doubt it has disconnectable sway bars or any of the other stuff. Probably doesn't have that great of articulation. I don't think it'll do that well off-road. Although I'm not going to take it off-road. Hopefully TFL will get one and they'll discover its limits off-road. But it's cool and it looks good and people are going to buy it because they like the idea of going off-road. They don't like actually going off-road. And I guess that's okay. Well, at least it looks good. Fuel economy is rated at 21 city, 27 highway. I'm sure if you're kind to it, you can get over 30. Pricing, the base Pathfinder starts at $35,200. I was messing around on the configurator, and you can spec one to over 60 G's if you want to. And if you do that, you'll begin a lot of frivolous nonsense that you don't need. Generally, if I had to guess, I would say that people will be paying in the 40s for a Pathfinder. And it feels good to be able to finally be able to say that Nissan is making something competitive, because they've been making dud after dud after dud for so long. The previous Pathfinder is so bad, and I just couldn't recommend them to people, and that made me upset because I wanted to recommend something other than a Toyota or a Honda to people, and you just couldn't until now. This car is actually good enough to be competitive, and that's awesome. I really feel like they're on the right track. The new Rogue's really good. This is really good. The new Frontier is good. The sedans are also pretty decent. The new Versa's really good. I really like the new Versa. It just feels good to say that Nissan's competitive, is making competitive stuff now. I like it. So if you're thinking about buying a family SUV, put this on your shopping list. You won't be disappointed. I definitely recommend this over the Ford Explorer, which is the only other SUV in this class that I've driven. And if you're interested in buying this Rock Creek, this Pathfinder Rock Creek, it is for sale at AutoNation Nissan Marietta, and they have graciously allowed me to film this video. And with that, it's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care.